Hey guys, this is Miss Clark going over your practice for 1.04. So let's take a look at this first one. Now I have to draw a picture, so I am going to use my snippet tool to take a picture of this so I can work it out. And so it tells me E is the midpoint of RB. So there's my red pen. So RB is this line, and the midpoint is E. It says that RB, so from here to here, is 44. What does a midpoint do but divide stuff in half, so these are congruent? So EB would be half of 44, which is 22. So that's what I'm going to put in there. Check and see if I'm right. Excellent. All right, the next one. All right, once again, I need to do some work, so I'm going to take a snip. All right, here we go. So what is in E? So what you'd have to do to find the length of a segment is take the absolute value, because remember, length has to be positive. And you'll take, let's see, E is over here at 7. And E is over here at 7. N is at -6, so minus -6. Change it to addition, change the sign of the second one, and you get the absolute value of 13, which is 13. Let's try that. Awesome. Now let's go on. Number 3. Once again, I gotta draw a picture. So it says here that H is between Q and P. So I'm going to draw Q and P. And H is somewhere in between those. QH equals 91. And QP, the whole thing, is equal to 116. So I need to find out HP that's missing. So that would be 116 minus 91 gives me 25. Let's try that. Excellent. Let's go to the next one. Once again, I need to draw a picture. Where's my snip? Alright, here we go. So it says that RT, this whole thing, is equal to 60. And we need to find the length of RS. So to know that, we need to know X. So we know that 4X plus, that's RS section, plus the ST section, that whole thing, if you add those together, is going to equal 60, because the whole segment is 60. So now we combine our like terms, get 7x plus 11. We're going to subtract 11 on both sides. And we get 7x equals 49. We're going to divide by 7 on both sides. And we get x equals 7. Let's try that. See how we did. Uh-oh. What did we do wrong? Oh, we found x, but we did not plug it in. So if we plug in x for the RS segment, that's 4x. So 4 times 7 is 28. Let's try it now. Now, there we go. Yep, we have to read what they're asking for. All right, here we go again, measuring this segment. All right, so we have the absolute value of S, which is 11, and M, which is 19. And we subtract those. that gives us the absolute value of -8. But the absolute value means how far is this from 0? So the absolute value of -8 is 8. So let's try that. See how we do. Yay! All right, here we go again. Gotta have my picture. All right, so H is between P and Q. So let's draw P and Q. H is somewhere in between. HQ is 15. And PQ is 40. So how do we find pH? We have to take 40 minus 15 to see what's left. That gives us 25. Let's try that. Excellent. All right, now let's take a snip of this picture. All right, so we know that FA here is 11 centimeters, and it is congruent to the ones that have these 2 marks. That shows those are congruent. So DF, where is that? It is congruent to that, so that is also 11 centimeters. Notice they already have the centimeters, so we just need to put in 11. Here we go. All right, let's try this again. It's the same one, it's just asking for other ones, so we're just going to pull up our old snip. It says FE here is 8 centimeters. And it wants to know EG, this whole thing, here to here. So those are congruent, so we can take 8 times 2, give us 16. Let's try that. Excellent. All right, last one. All right. T is the midpoint of RS. So RS, and the midpoint here is T, and these are congruent. And we know that RT is X minus 1. And that the whole thing, RS, is 3x minus 17. So we know these are congruent, so we know that 2 times x minus 1 is going to equal 3x minus 17. Now we distribute, we get 2x minus 2 equals 3x minus 17. We're going to add 2 to both sides. And I'm going to write this up here just because I'm running out of room. 2x equals 3x minus 15. Now we're going to subtract 3x on both sides. We get negative x equals negative 15. We can divide both sides by negative 1 and get x equals 15. Now x isn't our answer, we need to know RT, okay? So that means we plug in 15 here. 15 minus 1 is 14. Let's see if we got it. Excellent, and there's the solution. And we are done with practice for 1.04.